So hello everyone, welcome to yet another episode of Curiosity Quizzes. I hope you are all ready with your knowledge power pack session that's going to happen. The quiz will be beginning in a few minutes. Please let me know if I'm clearly audible to everyone. So to everyone who is joining for the first time to the Curiosity Quizzes, let me introduce this is a series of quizzes that we basically conduct so that students who are preparing for the entrance exams like BARC and BDES entrance exams could, sort of start testing themselves, improve themselves, work on their speed and accuracy and things like that. Okay, so these would be the things that would be tested in the coming days. Every week we'll be having this particular quiz. Okay, so we'll be playing this in Kahoot. I'll be explaining to you how exactly you have to play the games. So I know there would be a lot of them who are joining for the first time. I also know that there will be a lot of them who have already joined or who have already played such kind of curiosity quizzes. So for everyone, I'll be explaining once again on how exactly you will have to play it. I hope I'm clearly audible to everyone. Before we begin, please let me know if I'm clearly audible. Please can everyone respond in the chat box, in the YouTube live chat box? Am I clearly audible? Yes. So Amjad says yes. Deepanjali, Sapna, yes. Great. Okay. So we'll be starting with a demo initially. We'll just BTS Army top gameplay. Great going. So we'll be starting with a demo initially. Okay, we'll just have two questions there, just give you an idea of how exactly to play and things like that. Okay, so to everyone who's joining for the first time, welcome. And to everyone who's already played this, again, welcome. Now, there are different ways in which you can play. Ideally, if you have one device to see the questions and one device to give the answers, it would be great. So two devices, if you can have two devices, it would be really great. So the first device is to watch YouTube. The questions will always only be visible on YouTube. Okay, so you need to keep watching YouTube. That is where you will get the questions. Now the answers would be color coded in the other device that you're using. Okay, so you just have to enter this particular game pin that is shown here, 6619258. Okay, so how do you join on this? There are two ways in which you can join. Some of you have already started joining. That's great. So the first way in which you can join is download the Kahoot app. You can get the Kahoot app from the Android Play Store. You can also get it from the iOS. So anyway, you can download that and you can enter this particular game pin, that is 6619258. That is this particular game pin. Or the other way in which you can play is you can open multiple tabs in your browser. If you're using a laptop or if you're using any browser, let's say Safari or Google Chrome or anything, you can use multiple tabs. One tab you can use for watching questions on YouTube, and the other tab you can go for www.kahoot.it. Again, if you go there, you will have to give a game pin. You will also have to give your name. So 6619258. That is what you have to enter. Okay, we already have some of them who have joined. Sarang, Roshan, Devika, Nasla, Shiza, Sapna, Kavya, Lena, Win. Great. So that is the other way in which you can do. Either you can have two devices or you can use a couple of tabs, or one of the smartest ways that students have figured out over the few months is that you can use split screen. So you can split the screen. You can use probably two different browsers, one for watching, viewing the questions, and the other for answering. I hope I'm clearly articulating how exactly you have to join. So curiosity quizzes would be a series of quizzes that we would be conducting for design and architecture entrance exams. You basically get a chance to compete with other students. Okay, so that's what a platform is, what we are actually trying to get into. Okay, we have 26 students who are currently watching. We have somewhere around 12, 13 students who've joined in the demo quiz. So to everyone, we'll have a demo quiz first. There would just be two questions just to give the freshers an idea of how exactly to play. Okay, Navya, Harsh, Sanya, Nasla, okay, Asin, Mariam. Okay, great. So I hope I've clearly articulated on how exactly you can play and all. Can we start? Can we start the demo quiz? Please let me know in the live chat box. Show me some energy in the chat box. Can we start with the demo quiz? Yes, Sapna says yes. BTS says fire. Shiza says yes. Okay. I'm taking that 3 yeses for my permission. We'll be starting with the first demo quiz. Okay, so in the 60th curiosity, we are going to start with the demo quiz initially. We'll just have a demo couple of questions. This is going to be your first question. So when you see the first question, you'll be seeing the question in the YouTube. You will be getting 4 color-coded options in either your mobile device or probably in the other browser that you are using. Okay, you have to pick which one you think is correct. On the left hand side, you will see the timer. How many seconds is left? 18 seconds is left. 2 of the participants have answered. Okay, so either the timer should run out, that is timer should become 0, or all the participants should answer. If any of these things happens for the first time, that's it, that question's life is over. We'll straight away go to what is called as the leaderboard. So there is somewhere around, I think, eight participants who have answered it. 3 of them have got it correctly. The next thing is going to be the most interesting thing, that is the leaderboard. We'll be able to see the leaderboard where exactly you are standing. Now that leaderboard would be shown with respect to the names that you have entered. You were, I guess, asked nicknames probably, right? So whatever nicknames you have given would be visible here, and the leaderboard would also be visible. Sarang, Safna, Nasla, Roshan, Devika. Yes, this is how the leaderboard looks like. The leaderboard will always only show the top 5. Okay, so if you get an answer correctly, the maximum points that you're going to get is 1000. That means if you see the question and answer it on the spot, you're going to get 1000 points. Now, the more the time that you take, the lesser would be the points that you get. Okay, so I hope you all might have played at least once KBC, right? The fastest finger, Kaun Banega Crorepati. The fastest finger was there. So it is almost like this. Your speed is important. What is equally important is your accuracy. So let's put your speed and accuracy to test in question number 2, which is going to be the last question in the demo. After that, I promise I'll be starting curiosity number 60. Okay. Now, certain questions the quiz master would put like this with double points. So that is 2000 points up for grab. So you will have to give more focus on that. Deepanjali says, can someone share the game pin here? The game pin is 6619258. Host, can you please reshare it in the live chat box, please, for Deepanjali? So again, as I said, the timer would be going down here, 5, 4, 3, and the number of participants who've answered here would be visible here. Okay, so it's complete. The second question is also complete. Once we're done with that, once the quiz is over, it's not the leaderboard, it's the final list of winners that we will be seeing. So this particular demo quiz is complete. I only had 2 questions in this. So once that is done, you will get top 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. At third is Sarang. This is only a demo quiz. At the second is Devika. And at number 1 is, I can't read the name. I'm sorry. Okay, Safna, followed by Nasla and Roshan. Okay, great. Yes. So that's it, the top 5. Okay. So this is the podium. This is the final result of the demo quiz. Is this clear? Can we begin with the actual quiz? Is this clear for everyone? In the actual quiz, we'll be having 10 questions. We'll be having double pointers also. That's what I have heard from the quiz master. And we would also be having prizes up for grab for first, second, and third. There is a total prize money of 1000 rupees that will be shared. Okay. So are we ready for the actual quiz? Please let me know in the live chat box, everyone. Yes. So here we go. The actual quiz, curiosity number 60, 59 curiosity quizzes have been completed previously. The playlist had already been shared. I would also request the host to please share the playlist once again here so that everyone can, if they want to practice later on after this particular quiz, they can do that. Now, the game pin, the host has been very reliable to us, has already put in the game pin. The game pin is 59328870. Let's join fast and let's start playing Curiosity. Safa has joined us in Shiza, Harsh, Sarang, Devika, KP, Sanya, Roshan, Meenakshi, Liam, Lena. So join in everyone. The Qriosity quiz game pin is 5932870. You'll be having 10 questions. Each of them would be having 1,000 points, but a few of them would be having double pointers also. So watch closely, observe closely. Okay. So these are basically targeting the NID, Nift, Uceed entrance exams that are going to happen from the month of January onwards. I hope all of your preparations are going on really well. We have a lot of them who have joined. Once you are ready, please let me know in the live chat box that you are ready to join and we can slowly begin. Please let me know in the live chat box, everyone. Are you ready to begin? Any questions, any doubts you have, please do not hesitate to post it in the live chat box. Any questions, any doubts, anyone, please post it in the live chat box. Okay, so I guess host has also shared the episodes of Qriosity, previous 59 episodes Qriosity playlist has also been shared. So you'll find a lot of questions there. You can save them and keep it and use it for tuition. So I hope everyone is clear about how to play. Any doubts anyone has, please let me know in the chat box. So either you can use two devices, one device for viewing the questions in YouTube. The questions would always be visible only in YouTube and no other places. Okay. And secondly, you have to answer it in the app. You can use the Kahoot app, or you can also use the website kahoot.it. Okay, so I guess we're good to go. We are good to begin. Let's start with the first question. There would be 10 questions. Qriosity number 60. Out of the 10 questions, the first question, here it is on your screens, everyone. So with respect to the original logo, you should identify the color. The color order has to be identified. Let's put your observation skills for test. Okay, that's quite interesting. Most of you have got it correctly. 13 of you have got it correctly. Now, if there are students who are finding it still difficult to join, you can still join with the game pin. Okay, 5932870 is the game pin. You can still join. It's not closed. I have not closed the particular link to join. You can still join in. You can download the Kahoot app and you can enter the game pin 5932870. Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. Any guesses on who is going to be there on the leaderboard? Let's see where exactly everyone is standing. Asin is on the top. Asin followed by Safna, Navneet, Shiza, and Kavya. That's great going. So from 838 to 700, that's just a matter of 138 points that they are differentiated in between. Let's take a look at the second question. Let's also look at how many points the quiz master has kept there. Okay, it's a question for 1,000 points. Question number 2 of Qriosity 60, here it is on your screens. Oh, that's great. Again, 10 of you have got it correctly. Most of you have got it correctly. These are, I think, very typical type of questions that we usually find in Uceed exams. Let's take a look at whether there's been any change in the leaderboard after the second question. Is that being disrupted? Yes, there is huge changes. Kavya has come up to the top with 1,236 points, followed by Lena with 1,183 points. Win, Cas, and JS are there on the top 5. Up 8 places is Rafa. That's great going, Rafa. Great climbing up 8 places. So out of 10 questions, 2 questions have been completed. To everyone who is watching, if you want to play, if you want to join, you can definitely join. You can download the Kahoot app or you can visit the website www.kahoot.it, and you can enter the game pin 5932870. Okay, let's take a look at the third question. Let's also look at how many points the quizmaster has put it. Okay, it's again for 1000 pointer. Here is the question. Okay, A is the right answer. Most of you have got it correctly. We also have some participation in the comment box also. Nayan has responded with the correct answer. Yes, option A is the right answer. If at all on a worst case scenario you are not able to play, let's say for example you're finding it difficult to log in or there is any issues, you can always play this. You can always play this even in the live chat box also. So please let us know the answers in the live chat box also. The objective is to learn as much as possible. We have a special announcement also coming up. I'll announce that after the 10th question. I'll announce that. But before that, let's take a look at the leaderboard, whether there's been any changes in the leaderboard after the third question. Is Kavya on top? No, there's been changes. Lena goes to the top with 1,800 points. Look at how closely the top four, in fact, are packed, just by a margin of 200 points. All four are packed. Lena, JS, Safna, Shiza, and Nasla. And up 8 points is Safa. That's great climbing. So that is 3 questions done. Let's take a look at the fourth question now. Fourth question is a double pointer. Fourth question is a double pointer from the quiz master. Answer fastly, answer smart. The quiz master has been quite liberal to give a lot of time. I think there's been 60 seconds that has been given. We also have participation in the chat box. Let's see how many of them are going to utilize this double pointer. Yes, most of you have got it correctly. Option B, box, is the right answer. So 12 of you have got it correctly. That's great going. Let's look at the leaderboard. Has there been any changes? So I think the first 4 questions, there's been massive changes in the leaderboard in every question. Deepanjali being the highest climber, up by 12 places. You have JS, Roshan, Navneet, Asin, and Rafa on the top. JS has been hanging on there for the last 3 or 4 questions. I think that is great going. So 4 questions are over, and we have participants who were ranging from 3,300 to 2,800 on top. It's just even half a question's points. It's just a gap of 500 points that's differentiating between top 1 and top 5. So this is definitely gettable. That's going to change in the next 6 questions that are going to come up with. Let's also shift gears and let's also introduce some current affairs or general knowledge questions. Try answering this question, something that was in news for the last 3 months regularly. INS Vikrant. Vikrant, one of the most famous names in the INS history also. It is something that is worth reading up. So INS Vikrant is India's first indigenous aircraft carrier. What's meant by indigenous? Obviously something that is made locally here in our own country, right? So that's it. We are halfway through. We have completed 50% of the questions. Let's take a look at where exactly everyone is standing. Having said that, JS is maintaining his top position. Sorry, his or her top position. JS at 4,000. 100 points, followed by Navneet, Roshan, Asim. Deepanjali has crashed into the top 5 with 3,200 points. That is great going. So the leaderboard is going here and there up for a toss. We completed 50% of the questions. Let's take a look at the sixth one. There are three players who feed the answer streak of three. So that means three of them have got the last three questions correctly answered. That is great going. Congratulations to all three of you also. Let's take a look at the sixth question and how many points are there. Again, a GK question. Recently, in which Indian national park was cheetah reintroduced? Cheetah was there towards the 1940s, 50s, and after that, it got extinct from India. So it was reintroduced. It was a debate that was going on for around 20, 30 years. Finally, it happened this year. Identify the national park. You need to identify which is the national park. Oh, that's great, everyone. I think at 11 of you have got it correctly. That's great. Kuno National Park. You might also want to identify in which state that is. Please do read through it at least one or two paragraphs. You can read through it from the newspaper. So, sixth question, another GK question from the quiz master has been completed. Let's look at where is the leaderboard. JS Navneet and Roshan are there. They have almost decided that they're not going to give away this place. 4,900 points to 3,800 points. Again, it's not much of a huge difference. Especially look at top positions number 2 and number 1. They just differentiated by somewhere around 150 points. So anything could happen in the next four questions that are coming up. To all the viewers who've come up and started watching newly, you can also join this game. You can also start playing the quiz by downloading either the Kahoot app, or you can visit via your browser kahoot.it, www.kahoot.it, and you can enter the game pin 5932870. Enter your nickname or your name, and you will also be ready to play. We have not locked the rooms. The rooms are open for everyone. Worst case scenario, if you're not able to do any of these, you're always free to come and respond in the live chat box also. So I hope you're finding it interesting. Please let me know in the chat box how was the quizzes going. How are the questions? How is it going, everyone? Please let me know in the live chat box. Okay, so interesting usages there. You also should be coming. You also should be getting some questions on English. I'll bring it up. Great, fascinating. Okay, so let's look at the seventh question now. Let's look at the seventh question. There are three more questions that are there after this. Oh, just as I said that, here we have the English question. Read the passage and answer the question. The paragraph that is given here, something that is regularly and repeatedly asked in Nift, one of the most important or high weightage subjects for Nift is this English language. So read the passage, try to answer the question. You have plenty of time. So on which site to attempt the quiz? You have to attempt the quiz at www.kahoot.it. I would request the host to please share the link in the live chat box so that the person who's asked the query could be helped up with. Okay, so I guess that was relatively easier question on English language. So English does have good amount of weightage in Nift. So I hope it will be great if you can read one or two passages every day, at least from the newspapers or something that's related to environment, design, or architecture, or biology, or science, technology, AI, metaverse, anything related to all these things. You can read at least one paragraph every day and start preparing and understanding what exactly is the general tone of the author. These are the various kinds of questions that they ask. Okay, try to also predict the meanings of the word before you look into the dictionary. Try to predict the meanings of certain words which you're not able to understand. Okay, so I hope you're all enjoying the quiz. Please give me some response in the chat box. How is it going? Patel, Nayan, Shiza, Devika, you've all gone silent after some time. BTS Army, top gameplay. Amjad, please let me know how is the quiz going. What's the feedback? How is it going? Or are you all eagerly waiting for the leaderboards to be shown? Okay, it's going great. Says Siza, great, great. Sir says Amjad. Okay, great. Let's take a look at the leaderboards. Let's take a look at after the seventh question. Any guesses on who will be on the leaderboard? Will it still be JS or will it be someone else who has found a different way? No, JS, Navneet, and Roshan remains there. JS has almost sealed it, saying that JS wants to win it. 5,800 points, followed by Navneet at 5,400 points. There's a slight difference that's slowly starting to build up from there on, from 1 and 2. Roshan at 4,600 points, Shiza at 3,900, and AM at 3,700. 4 players have hit an answer streak of 3 correct answers on the trot. So they're trying to make a comeback. That's great. From JS to AM, all of you are being challenged. There are 7 questions that are completed. There are 3 more questions that are pending. Let's see what the Qriosity Quizmaster has in his sleeve for you. 2 rows of incomplete alphabets are given. Rearrange them and make a comprehensive logical word out of it. So it's this particular row 1 that you need to complete. You need to complete it and make a logical word out of it. For that, you can use either 1 or 2, any of these things you can use. You need to figure out the correct order with which you can make this particular comprehensive logical word. Oh, I think that was relatively an easier question. So if you put 7 at the beginning, so it is this particular half that you're going to put here below this particular upper portion, then it will be C. Then 4 is A, the upper portion of A. If you're putting it here, it will be A. So C, A, then 1. If you're putting it, it is half of M. So half of M plus the rest of M, C, A, M. So that way you can make a particular word out of it. That is what was basically aimed. Okay. So let's look at where exactly everyone is standing on the leaderboard. Oh, there's been a slight change. Navneet has come to the top at 6,119 points, followed by JS at 5,800 points. Roshan is also making a comeback with 5,500 points. So 2 more questions. I hope there is at least 1 double pointer there. So there could be a huge change in the leaderboard even now. So anything could happen. Anything could happen. Everything is up for grab. To everyone who's been watching, we have our new batches of BDES that is starting from tomorrow. That is the 14th of November. So we have batches for NID, Nift, and Uceed entrance exams. BDES who are preparing. The dates have all been declared. Uceed would be from, I guess it's, if my memory is correct, it's January 22nd. NID is on January 8th, and Nift starts on 5th of February, if my memory is correct. So if you want to know further details about it, you can contact us at 808611488. Now, without any much delay, I'm going to continue with the quiz. There are two more questions that are left. Let's take a look at the 9th question. Let's see if there's going to be any special changes in the leaderboard that's going to come up. Yes, most of you have got it correctly. This was probably one of the relatively easier questions in this particular lot, I would say. Option B is the right answer. Okay, so I hope you're all finding the questions also interesting. You need to start testing yourselves. You need to study, obviously, but you also need to start testing yourselves. It's high time that you start test yourselves and see where exactly you're standing, because the design entrance exams have already been declared and they are round the corner. It's going to happen within what, 2 months time or less than 2 months time. So you need to start test yourselves. Now, if you want more such questions, we have very small module of 15 questions that we have already prepared. If you want more such questions, you can WhatsApp us at 8086 111 You just have to WhatsApp Qriosity. Okay, Qriosity. Qriosity is what you have to WhatsApp. You can WhatsApp us. You can send a text to the number that I'm sharing, 8086 111 I would request the host also to please share that particular number in the live chat box, 8086 111 If you want further questions, 15 questions set we have additionally prepared. If you want those questions, please WhatsApp us at 8086 111 Okay. Now, 9 questions are complete. Let's take a look at whether there's been any changes in the leaderboard. Here is your leaderboard. Navneet is still there with 6,800 points, and Navneet is slowly increasing the gap. Roshan is with 6,200 points. Roshan has come back to position number 2, followed by JS at 5,800. Win is there, Safna is there. Both of them, Roshan, Win, Safna. I think Win and Safna has made a re-entry in the ninth round of this particular quiz. So that's great going. That's why I said anything could happen even in the last two questions. Navneet has a streak with 7 correct answers in a row. That's great going, Navneet. At number 1, 6,800 points. So top five are here. You have one more question. Again, anything could happen. The difference does not seem to be that great between position number 1, 2, and 3. That's Navneet, Roshan, and JS. You never know. There could be a question that could go wrong from them, and there could be somebody from below who could come up, please. Anything could happen. Everything could happen. Let's take a look at last question for Qriosity number 60. Here it is on your screens, and that's a double point. Oh, I think there's already been some interesting answers there. Okay. 8 of you have got it correctly. That is great going. So we have completed Qriosity number 60 quiz has been completed. 8 of you have got the last answer correctly. Interestingly, this was a double pointer. Let's eagerly wait for who exactly is going to be the winner here. Please note, as I have said, Top Gameplay says more questions. If you want more questions, you can WhatsApp us at 8086 111 Okay. Any guesses who's going to be the winner? There would be prize money that would be given to at podium number 1, 2, and 3. So whoever is going to win at position number 1, 2, and 3 in the podiums, whoever is going to be there at number 1, 2, and 3. Please take a screenshot and WhatsApp it to 8086111024. Okay, you'll get your prize money credited within the next 24 hours. Kavyasri says it's going to be Navneet. Any other guesses? Anyone who is going to be on top of the podium? Who is going to be the winner? Let's take a look at any more guesses are there. So to everyone who's going to win, please ensure that you take a screenshot of whatever is your position that you get in your app or your website, kahoot.it, and you can take a screenshot and WhatsApp it to 8086111024. Okay, everyone is betting their money on Navneet. Navneet 100% says Dev Narayan. Top Gameplay also says it's Navneet. Okay, let's see where exactly everyone is. Everyone is betting on Navneet. Let's see where exactly everyone is standing. Now, before I move on to the podium, let me just remind you, we have our new batches that are starting from tomorrow. That is from 14th of November for NID, Nift, and Iit-Uceed. So if you want to join, you can come in soon. The admissions will be closing soon. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the podium, everyone. Everyone has been eagerly waiting. All the bets are on Navneet. Let's take a look at the podium. Who exactly are the winners? At number 3 with 6,400 points is Safna. Safna has made an excellent comeback. I think Safna was leading initially. Roshan is at number 2 with 7,600 points. And at number 1, at position number 1 is, okay, I can't read it. Oh, yes, it is Navneet. Great. So all the bets, Navneet, buy rocks. Okay. Nine. Navneet, your fans from all around then. That's great. So the top 3 winners can send us the screenshots to 8086111024. We hope you thoroughly enjoyed it. Sharpen your weapons every Sunday at 5 p.m. We'll have further quizzes that would be coming up with. Let's get it rolling. Let's start preparing for the design entrance exams and let's aim them and let's crack them. So thank you everyone for joining on this Sunday, not being lazy and working hard to achieve. When the next quiz will be happening, it was good practice session and I enjoyed. So top gameplay, as I said, we'll be having it in the next Sunday. So start sharpening your tools, start sharpening your weapons. We'll have more quizzes that would be coming up with. We would also be increasing the frequency as the exams are nearing. So it's time for you people to start testing yourselves, not just study. Test yourselves, put your knowledge into practice, put your knowledge into test. That's the next thing that you have to start doing because it's the last 2 months of the exams. Thank you everyone for joining, and a special thanks to the host also for arranging and also to the quiz master. Thank you everyone. Until we see you in the next session, this is Suraj and THiNC Institute of Design signing off from Qriosity. Thank you.